Welcome back. Clay Lehman here with part 2 of our 3-part Claude series. If you missed part 1, here's the short version. Claude is an AI assistant made by Anthropic. It's known for better writing quality, memory across conversations, and built-in web search. We did a live demo where we wrote a listing description, and a lot of you went and tried it. Today we're going from I've tried it once to I actually use this in my business. We're covering 4 things: projects, custom instructions, artifacts, and real estate workflows you can steal. Let's go. If you've been using Claude, you might have noticed that your sidebar gets messy fast. You've got a listing description conversation next to a random recipe next to a negotiation email. Sound familiar? Projects fix that. A project in Claude is basically a folder. You give it a name, you can upload reference files into it, you can set custom instructions that only apply inside that project, and every conversation you start inside the project has access to all of that context automatically. So imagine you create a project called Listing 1320 Southwest 42nd Street. You upload the MLS sheet, the property photos, maybe the seller's preferences. Now, every time you open that project and start a conversation, Claude already knows the property. You don't have to re-explain anything. You could have a project for each active listing, a project for each buyer client, a project for your marketing, a project for your farm area research, whatever makes sense for how you work. Let me show you how fast this is. I'm going to create a new project right now. To create a project, I navigate to the project section of Claude and I click on Create New Project. I'm going to name my project Listing 1320 Southwest 42nd Street. I'm going to skip the description and click on Create Project. Now that I've created my project, I can add my custom instructions by clicking on the plus sign and pasting in the custom instructions I've generated for this project. Has all the information relative to my listing, everything I wanted to remember for every conversation I have related to this property. That took about 30 seconds, and now every conversation inside this project starts with all of that context built in. Now, this is the feature that separates people who dabble with AI from people who actually use it as a tool. Custom instructions. You have 2 places where you can set these. First, there are account level preferences in your setting. These apply to every single conversation you have with Claude. Things like, I'm a real estate agent in Marion County, Florida, or keep my tone warm but professional. Second, there are project level instructions. These only apply inside that specific project. So your listing project may say, keep descriptions under 800 characters. Never use the word nestled and lead with the strongest feature. Look at the example on the right side of the screen. This is a real set of instructions. I'm telling Claude exactly how I want listing descriptions written, and I'm setting my email tone preferences. Once you do this, you never have to include those instructions in your prompts again. Claude just knows. Let me show you both. First, I'll open settings and show you the account level preferences. Then I'll go into our project and show you the project level instructions. For your account level preferences, click on your initial at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, go to Settings, and there's a section here for what personal preferences should Claude consider in responses. This is where you're going to put your custom instruction. In fact, here we have a set that we wrote specifically for this demo. The next place we can include custom instructions is within our projects. As I demonstrated earlier, you click into your project and you have this instructions section. So I've already added my custom instructions. Now I'm going to ask for a listing description. Because I included information about the property in my instructions, I don't have to add it again. It already knows. Because I've already included information about the property, I didn't have to remind it. It's already in my custom instructions. Artifacts might be my favorite feature in Claude, and most people don't even know it exists. When Claude creates something substantial for you, like a document, a spreadsheet, a piece of code, or an interactive tool, it can put that thing in a separate panel on the right side of your screen. That's an artifact. You can edit it, copy it, download it, and keep iterating on it without losing it in the scroll of your conversation. There are 3 categories that matter for real estate: documents, like listing descriptions, buyer guides, newsletter drafts, market reports, anything you'd normally write in a Word doc. Spreadsheets and data. Claude can build you a CMA framework, an open house tracker, a lead follow-up log. It creates these as working spreadsheets you can download. Interactive tools. Now, this is where it gets fun. You can ask Claude to build you a mortgage calculator, a seller net sheet, an ROI estimator, and it actually builds the thing. Right there, you can use it immediately. Let me show you. I'm going to ask Claude to build something right now.
See this panel on the right?
That's the artifact. I can click through the tabs, edit cells, and when I'm done, I can download this as a file. Let me show you what else it can do. See that? I just asked Claude to build me a seller net sheet calculator, and it created an actual working tool. I can plug in a sales price, commission rate, and it calculates the seller's net proceeds. This took about a minute and a half. Now let's put it all together. Here are 4 workflows that I use or that agents in our group use regularly. Number 1, listing launch in 10 minutes. You drop the property details into a project, and in one conversation, you get the MLS description, 3 social media posts, and a just listed email to your seller. 10 minutes start to finish. Number 2, expired listing pitch prep. Upload the old listing sheet from the MLS. Ask Claude to analyze why it might not have sold and give you 5 talking points for your listing appointment. You walk in more prepared than 99% of agents. Number 3, a weekly market update email. Every Monday, ask Claude to search for current market data in your area. Then draft a market update email you can send to your sphere. Took me 20 minutes the old way. Now it takes less than 5. Number 4 is an open house follow-up sequence. After your open house, give Claude the visitor notes, name, what they liked, what they were looking for. Claude writes a personalized follow-up email for each person, not a mass blast, personalized. Each of these is just a combination of the 3 things we covered today. Projects to keep it organized, custom instructions so Claude knows your voice, and artifacts to create the actual deliverable. That's part 2. You now know how to organize your work with projects, how to train Claude with custom instructions, how to create real deliverables with artifacts, and you've got 4 workflows you can try right now. In part 3, we're going full power user. I'm going to show you skills, which let you teach Claude repeatable workflows that fire with a single sentence. We'll cover co-work, where Claude works with your actual files on your desktop, and we'll talk about connectors, hooking Claude into Google Drive, Gmail, Slack, and more. If this is useful, come join us in the AI Prompts for Real Estate Professionals group on Facebook. Free group, we share actual prompts, not theory. The link is in the description. I'll see you in part 3.